world's leader in motorsports coverage, presents Speed World. Today, live from Sears Point International Raceway near Sonoma, California, the Banquet Frozen Foods 300. Beautiful countryside here, the rolling hills about 70 miles north of San Francisco. A couple of days ago, they were saying a 90% chance of rain today, but we don't have a cloud in the sky. Absolutely beautiful weather as we get set for racing. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Bob Jenkins, and welcome to Sears Point International Raceway, the first of two road races this year on the Winston Cup Series. After this, we'll, of course, go to Watkins Glen later in the series. Now, this is a road course, and it means the point standings could change again. We have a new leader as of last weekend after Dover. Morgan Shepherd is at the top of the heap. Don't forget, he won the pole for the road race at Watkins Glen last year. Mark Martin had a great run going here at Sears Point last year until some misfortune. Dale Earnhardt has slipped to third, but he has the second best record in road courses over the last 3 years. Rusty Wallace is fourth in points. He has won 4 of the last 6 road races. And fifth in points is Jeff Bodine. It's been a season of surprises, and we can expect more this afternoon. Right, Jerry Punch?
Bob, even some of the drivers themselves are surprised how well they can run this road course at Sears Point. One of them is Dale Earnhardt, who learned to drive a road course on the winding mountain pass of western North Carolina. Now, they say to be a road course driver, you must have finesse. Well, Earnhardt has all the finesse of a bulldozer out here, but he gets the job done. He said, hey, Jerry, you don't have to worry about style points out here. It's getting from point A back to point A as fast as you can, and I can do that. Well, he did in qualifying and has a good shot at winning today. But another young man who may be a dark horse here is Tommy Kendall, 23-year-old college senior at UCLA economics major who cut his teeth right here on the Bondurant course years ago. A 3-time GTU IMSA champion. He is driving a Mark Reno car with a Richter Childress engine. Dale Earnhardt's Busch Grand National crew pitting the car, and Earnhardt's truck pulled this car all the way to California. So a dark horse and maybe a strong horse here in today's field. But for two of the heavy favorites, let's go up to John Kernan. Well, Jerry, when you talk about favorites, you got to talk about Ricky Rudd and Rusty Wallace right here on the road courses. Between the two of them, the last 6 races, they have come home the winners. Ricky winning 2, Rusty winning the other 4. And who can forget the fabulous finish last year between the two? Turn 7, Rusty going for the lead, but Ricky carries him out off of the racing surface. Ricky going on to win the Winston Cup Series first visit here at Sears Point. And Benny Parsons, that should be a critical area again today.
John, this is a spot, turn 7, where Rusty Wallace drove up on the outside of Ricky Rudd. But, Ned, when they exited turn 7, they had a problem.
Yeah, they did. Rusty ran out of racing room. These are some of the tightest turns that they ever encounter anywhere, and there are 11 of them on this racetrack, and any of those 11 will jump up and get you.
Passing is very, very difficult at this racetrack. But, Ned, knowing the Winston Cup drivers, they'll find a way somehow.
Well, they'll find a way. Yeah, they'll do a little rooting and banging out there, but they will find a way. It'll be exciting for the fans. But yesterday in practice, when there was no money at stake, a couple of drivers had some major problems here. Derek Cope got on his roof going into turn 10, and Brett Bodine lost his car and backed up on the bank, had to get a wreck right here to pull it off. So, you know, what is going to happen when they're running for the money?
And pit stops, they're going to be a premium, folks, because track position, trying to be in front for that last run for the checkered flag. There'll probably be 12, 15 cars in the lead lap with a run for the checkered flag. Bob, are you ready for an exciting event?
Benny, I am more than ready, and so are 44 drivers as they get set for 74 laps. That is 187 miles, 300 kilometers in the Banquet Frozen Foods 300 from Sears Point International Raceway. Our Speed World coverage is being brought to you by Banquet Frozen Foods. Good food that's right on the money. By Ford and your Ford dealer. Have you driven a Ford lately? And by Quaker State, the Big Q is one tough motor oil. We'll be back in just a moment to introduce the starting lineup for you for the Banquet Frozen Foods 300 Winston Cup racing on this Sunday afternoon.